Time to wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Yeah, what's up? Good morning. Hello. Welcome to the KVJ Show. What's going on? And happy Thursday.
What's going on?
Yeah, here we go. Today is the final day that we're going to be doubling up your paycheck. So,
No, it's over.
yeah, it is over. I mean, life is kind of getting all that cushy stuff that happened during the pandemic. All these stimulus checks. You see now people actually got to prove that they're going back to work to get government assistance. I mean, what the heck is this?
This is the last day of free money.
My daughter is going to be beside herself.
Is she working right now at all?
Yeah, she just started up with a new job, but, you know, she didn't want to strain herself. I mean, you know, so she was doing a little bit of stuff here and there, and the government just kept sending her all this money. And life has been so great. This has been one of the best years ever of her life. And I don't know what's going on now. Things are just starting to settle down. And they are going to stop writing us just random checks out of nowhere.
Well, that sucks because Boca Bash was funded by the stimulus check.
Oh, yes. There's been a lot of vacations and fun things
Do you
that's
know
been
how
funded
much?
by the government.
Do you know how much Fireball you can buy with the stimulus check?
Well, who's going to buy the drinks at Lake Boca?
Well, there is a guy that does that.
I bet. Is he
Yeah,
older?
He is.
And he's got a boat, probably?
He is.
Yeah.
It's a weird looking thing because he's in his 40s. He's got all girls in their early 20s. He buys the boat, the fuel, the booze, everything. But
Really?
yeah, it's kind of how it goes.
What's this
But
cat's name?
I
Dox
don't
him.
want to know. Don't even want to know.
Slippery Steve.
And it's not, trust me, it's not one guy.
Yeah.
He's many guys with the same MO.
Big time.
He's just a character in Florida. And
He's
there's
every other
thousands
boat.
of them, yes. There's thousands of them.
And he's not just on Lake Boca. Oh, he's all up at Peanut Island.
Oh,
He's-
yeah.
Yeah.
He might
he's-
even be older at Peanut Eye. He might be in his 50s.
You see him near all kinds of sandbars or inlets. He's always kind of just there, you know.
Where girls frolic, he's there.
He's there. So today is our last day of the free money for now. So if you want to double up a paycheck, free little stimulus, get to WRMF.com. We start the winning at 9 a.m. We give you 5 chances every 2 hours all the way until 5 p.m. today.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Well, coming up in just a second, looks like it is officially over for Ellen DeGeneres.
Whoa.
I'll tell you the announcement that was made yesterday. We got a little clip of it. Kind of crazy. I mean, we sniffed it, but it's official.
I'm not buying it either, by the way.
Yeah, it's weird what she said. We'll break it down in just one.
Okay.
Before we get into that, though, this sounds good. Snoop Dogg is developing an anthology series based on his life and career. He's calling himself the Black Forest Gump, and he wants to
Okay.
go through and show, like, behind the scenes what his career, what his life, what his beginnings and come up was all about. He's thinking it could span like 6 or 7 seasons.
I think so. I think it'd be fascinating, honestly.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
It would play out like a biography, and I am totally here for it.
Yeah, I honestly was just kind of thinking about that, oddly enough. I was listening to my musical category, hip-hop from the 80s and 90s. I had a good bit of Snoop Dogg in there, and I was just listening even to his like rapping style then. It was a lot more angry, and it was, you know, murder and all this kind of stuff. And now you listen to Snoop, it's just, he's a laid-back, fun-loving, just regular dude. I think
Well,
the streets have kind of drained off of him, and he's been living in opulence for all these years now.
It's been going pretty good for him, so.
It's been going really well.
He hangs out with Martha Stewart.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
you're less angry.
Yeah.
Martha ain't murdering nobody.
You can just hear it in his voice and his tone, but it'd be kind of interesting to see that transformation.
I loved his first album so much.
Yeah, he's done so many good things, and his latest album, what was it? It was something from the outhouse of the penthouse or something like that, but it kind of is about that trajectory of where he started to. I mean, he's been living an opulent life for what, 20, 30 years now?
Oh, yeah, for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Snoop got soft.
I like it, though. I want to see the journey.
Yeah,
I would be
absolutely.
fascinated.
Yeah.
That Peacock network is doing some fun stuff, too. They're developing shows.
I love it.
I'm excited about one of these new projects, not so excited about the other one. So the one I'm excited about, Paris in Love, a 13-episode series that will follow Paris Hilton as she prepares for her wedding coming up. Okay, into that. Oh, that sounds good.
My wife was so into that documentary they did about her, and
Yes.
she just talks about what a victim Paris Hilton was and how terrible everybody around her was, and I'm like Jaber. I'm like, I couldn't really stand hearing it, but I mean, my wife is drinking the Kool-Aid.
Oh, yeah.
We don't deserve Paris.
Yeah, it's
amazing.
I can't, right? It's way too early for this.
And then the other one that's being developed at Peacock that I'm not so interested in, JoJo Siwa is getting a whole show with her and her mama and her choreographer.
She's
and
big though. I know nothing about her, but
she's huge,
Yeah.
but a little young and annoying for me. Sorry.
How young?
She's like, I don't know, like 13, 14, 15, in there somewhere.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
she's much younger. And then finally, yeah, what did it sound like when Ellen made that big announcement? Here's a little bit.
I am announcing that next season, season 19, is going to be my last season. 2 years ago, I signed a deal for 3 more years, and I always knew in my heart that season 19 would be my last. 19 is a great number. First of all, the 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote. Also, on the periodic table, 19 is the atomic number for potassium. You may wonder why I've decided to end after 19 seasons. The truth is, I always trust my instincts. My instinct told me it's time. As a comedian, I have always understood the importance of timing, and I promise you that we are going to have a fantastic final season. It will be a season where I truly get to say thank you.
okay.
Okay.
feels
Whatever,
right.
Ellen. Yeah.
Bitch, you got canceled.
You got canceled. Your ratings are down. You don't like. Who wants to go out on the 19th season? No, 20. It's the milestone. Get out of here with this.
I always knew 19 would be the one.
It would have been so much better if she would have just came out and go, y'all, honestly, my ratings are down. I was about to get canceled. It has been hell.
They came for me.
They came for me and they got me, and we're ending this. I think people would
Peace.
People would respect
Go
that.
out like
Yeah.
that.
They would respect it more, man.
Well, there's no way that she was going to make on any new contract she signed nearly what she's made so far.
Right.
Because she signed that contract years ago when the ratings were great, everybody loved Ellen, and she wasn't all toxic.
You got canceled.
Yeah, there's other things you can do. Just go home, be with Portia.
You have so much
You have
money.
so much. Invest in Bitcoin and Dogecoin and all that.
Go make an Ellen Island. You can do
Yeah.
whatever you want to do.
You're going to be okay. And that's what's going on in your dirt.
Some experimental comedy is on the way with Dennys Joke Jury at 7:50. Laugh. Or don't.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What are you thinking about, Jay Bird?
I asked a would you rather question on the Weird and Whatever podcast last night, and I was really curious to hear how you two would answer it. Would you rather literally eat crow for the rest of your life? That's all you could ever have is
Real crow
just
meat?
a real crow.
Oh, yum.
Every time you eat something, it's going to be crow. Or every time you leave your house, a bunch of crows always attack you. No matter, anytime you're outside, you are getting attacked, pecked, harassed. Which one do you pick?
I have to take the attacking crows and then just figure out new and creative ways to fight them.
You're always
I
fighting them.
can't eat crow. I can't. I just can't. I feel like crow would be disgusting.
And it's every meal.
And then I can't have any other of my favorite foods ever again because all I ever get to eat is crow. No.
I don't know, being attacked by a crow every time you leave the house.
And it's not just an attack. It's such an aggressive attack where you're going to probably have blood all the time. They're going to be very aggressive and mean.
They
don't let up.
I stay by my answer.
if there's at least at minimum 10 crows pecking.
That's fine.
You get side dishes with your crow, right?
Nope, you just get crow. Yeah, you get a side dish of crow. You get some more crow fingers.
Yeah. Okay.
Crow with the side of crow.
I'm without a doubt going with. I couldn't eat crow my whole life. There's no way.
Yeah, there's
I'd
no
rather
way.
fight with Virginia.
Fight crows.
I'd have to fight them. Yeah.
Get the
Okay.
baseball bats. Get the suit of armor. Let's go, Crow.
And then I just would not leave my house that much. I would figure out how to stay remote as much as I could.
I'd have Magnolia pull up right to the front of the house, so it's literally just from the house to the car, maybe 10 steps.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for playing my very dumb game. I want to see how you guys answered.
I love it.
What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I'm super excited. We didn't talk about it very, very much because it's been sold out for weeks and weeks and weeks. Tomorrow is the Little Smiles annual golf tournament.
Yeah.
And it's kind of crazy how with COVID, it's changed so many things. COVID has changed golf tournaments too. So we do it at PGA National, and they're not doing like, you know how they usually do a noon shotgun start where they fire off the shotgun and everybody just hits the course and begins golfing. Now what they have to do is they stagger everybody's start time. Everybody's not allowed to start together. We're not going to have that cool shot of all the golf carts going. Like people start early in the day and then they're staggered every 20 minutes.
Huh.
So no two like different groups can be together at once.
Okay. Yeah, that's, I mean, you know, there's going to be so many things that are going to look different. Probably for a while, maybe forever.
Maybe.
So that's the way it goes. Hey, it's great that they're able to get it off the ground, though. And
Thank goodness. Yeah, we'll still be doing it, and we'll still be doing the Stars Ball, too. Hopefully, it sounds like Stars Ball is going to happen in person October 23rd.
At the golf tournament, are they still going to have where people drive around for the cocktails and all that?
Yes, and there will still be stations on the golf course, margarita stations from
Okay.
Chili's.
That's what I was
'Cause
really asking.
Chili's has always done like all the cocktails, so yeah,
It's always, they're always very friendly, great atmosphere.
so much fun.
yeah, okay. Well, do you have a teenager that mumbles? I don't know what it is, but I am really going through this right now. I got a son that is about to turn 13, and just having a conversation with him can be challenging sometimes. We were just driving in today, and I was just asking him about some stuff, and you're like, so what did you think about this? I'm like, yeah, what was that? And so this is kind of the continual thing. I would assume that a lot of people deal with mumbling teens because I saw this story that says that, you know, if you've got a mumbling teen, that's just what they're hardwired to do. Experts say that mumbling is a result of the psychological, social, emotional, and developmental changes that are going on in the teenagers' bodies and lives, especially in boys. If you got a mumbling almost preteen like I do, it could be triggered when their voice breaks and the embarrassment of their voice cracking or squeaking when they speak, making them more self-conscious and likely to mumble. So they don't speak up because they're a little ashamed of their voice.
I don't know about you, but I could really feel things changing in my body from age 12 going into 13. Things were getting weird for me.
Yeah, my son has had that thing where you go from looking like a little kid or a young boy to now you've got kind of that teenager almost get into the mannish features.
Half man, sort of half kid.
Yeah.
You get a greasy look,
It's a
and your
weird
face
thing.
starts to change.
They're going through a weird era, and
It's like a stage 3 werewolf. You're just finding yourself.
And so biologically, that's just kind of how they're wired to do. Because sometimes I just think, I am the worst dad ever. I can't get any kind of conversation going with this kid. It is the toughest thing. And you ask these directed, pointed questions, and all you go, no. You're like, what? And you're just like, you're trying to keep your cool, you know, because you're just like, I can't hear what you're saying. Can you speak up? What was that? And it takes about 3 of those before you can finally like have any kind of dialogue and discourse going back and forth.
Well, it's not you, Kevin. Don't feel like you're a bad dad. I think it's a lot of teenage boys.
Yeah, and I thought it was interesting that it is really kind of like a biological condition that happens. It's nothing about your kid. It's not that they're disrespectful and that you're not raising them right. Just what's going on with their hormones and their life. That's what a lot of kids do. They say many teenagers become monosyllabic once they hit puberty, and Then as they get out of it, hopefully they'll start speaking up and you can actually have a conversation with them.
And then you add in some of that mumble rap. I don't know if that's going to help.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, can he join one of these groups? Quavo let him in. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, Publix is running away with it. For the best sub in South Florida, they got almost half of the votes. Voting is still very early, though, just to let you know. We put up a poll after talking about which is better, Publix or Wawa, and there's really no question. As it stands right now, Publix has 46% of the votes. Wawa has 4%.
Okay, because I was getting some sub confusion. I left here yesterday. It was just Publix versus Wawa. Now we're throwing in all kind of sub places in the mix.
Well, I thought there's probably a lot in between, and I was just curious how close it was. And if you really were going to do a sub-on-sub comparison for South Florida, it looks like right now the argument would be between Publix and Las Patas.
Las Patas is awesome. I don't know if y'all have ever been there before. They throw the meat across the room. They catch it in the bread.
Oh.
It's fun. They got a
Yeah.
great honey mustard.
Yeah.
It's always packed in there.
A lot of good stuff.
And it's a big-ass sub, my friend.
Yeah, the monster.
Yes.
Yeah. They've got 19% of the vote. So like I said, Publix has a very large lead, and Las Patas is right now in second.
When we got fired in Miami, I was on a steady diet of Las Patas subs.
Jersey Mike's looks like they're in the number 3 slot right now.
I love them, too. They have a great steak and cheese.
Okay. Then it looks like you've got Russo's in at number 4. And then you got a couple that are kind of leading up the pack. Your Wawa is down there. You've got John Smith Subs that has got a little bit of love. But everybody's pretty much got a vote right now. Firehouse is in the mix. You've got Jimmy John's that you can vote on.
Subway, are they in there?
You've got Subway in there. They are way trailing.
Wow, man.
VNS Sub has got a little bit of action.
Who is this?
VNS Subs. I know they have a place in Boca Raton.
Is this a Boca sub?
It's a big sub place. You got Manzo's Italian Deli is
Oh,
in
yeah.
there.
They're good. They've been around forever, too.
Yeah, they have. And La Sandwichery, which I know they got a place on Miami Beach, and a lot of people love that, especially a little bit further south.
Do you still have that griddle here to make the grilled cheeses? Because Kevin's making me want a sandwich or
I
a
took-
sub.
I
Took it
took-
home?
I took the pan home, and I don't have any bread
I
or
know.
meat.
I can get us bread.
Or
That's-
cheese.
I can get us all that.
Somebody's kind of breaking it down to this. If you want a hot sub, you go to Publix for the chicken tender sub. If you want a cold sub, you go to Las Patas, and that's really all you need to know in South Florida.
Look, I can't argue with that statement. It's a good statement.
Okay. So there you go. That's what we got right now. So we're going to leave that up. It'll be going on for a little while here, but that right now is what we got for your options. For the South Florida's best subs, Publix early headline in a massive lead.
Are you awful, annoying Virginia that's on a juice cleanse today, or are you fun Virginia that wants to dance with some breakfast or some food?
I'm awful annoying.
Gosh, man.
I'm sorry.
Whoever wants to play.
You don't need me to play. You can eat without me.
I hear you.
It's allowed.
Yeah. It's just not as much fun.
I know.
He likes-
Kevin
he
gets
likes
it.
a partner in crime.
I do.
He
like
wants a fat
He's like,
friend.
because it's like he's sharing the guilt. He's got a little bit of guilt about eating what he's eating, but if somebody else is doing it, you don't feel as bad.
When there's breakfast on the way, there's an excitement. There's an energy in the studio. There's the boys in the back, sweet Dennys in suits. It's fun.
Dude, Sunday's my cheat day. You want me to come over on Sunday?
No, I sing too much on the weekend.
Gotta start cutting down on the Virginia
Yeah.
experiences.
It's a lot, Kevin.
It is a lot. 22 years ago, there was a hit song on the radio that really didn't sound like anything else. It really was just a song of advice. And the top advice they gave was wearing sunscreen.
Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 97, wear sunscreen. If I could offer you only one tip for the future, sunscreen would be it.
I mean, I lead the league in crow's feet because I never put sunscreen on. I was always in the sun, never putting sunscreen on. Now my face looks like a butt.
So that song was adapted from a speech in 97 to 1999. And as we kind of get into graduation season once again, I was kind of wondering, as we have gone 22 years past when that first played on the radio, and we played it on the radio in South Florida, I know that we still have some people that listened to Virginia and I on day one here in South Florida. Is there anybody that actually took any of this advice? Now, I took the song and I kind of broke down a lot of the advice that is given in this song to make it easier to go through, and it's kind of a checklist. So did we listen to any of this? And should the high school seniors and people who are younger than us, should they listen to this advice?
Does it hold up?
Wear sunscreen. That's the first thing. That's the name of the song. I got to tell you, I really only wear sunscreen when I'm going to be outside for a while, and I know it could lead to a sunburn. Other than that, I don't really wear sunscreen.
I would be out in the summertime during baseball playing doubleheaders, never putting anything on, getting fried and fried and fried. I should have put sunscreen on.
I put it on every day with my makeup.
And look at that. You get your skin's like clouds.
I still have issues, though, because I'm super pale and I burn. So, yeah, I need sunscreen.
The song also said floss. We doing that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I don't do it as much as I should.
Really?
I try to do it at least once a day, but sometimes I miss a day.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
The song also said stretch.
I do not stretch. Dennys is big into stretching and ankle health with stretching your ankles out.
Yeah.
It says it really opens up a lot of, just it opens you up.
It does.
Not in the way you think, but it just opens you up, I think, spiritually.
I stretch in the shower.
I'd like this.
Boy, that'd be quite a sight, wouldn't it?
It would. And
You don't want to walk in on that.
Not for sexy reasons, but I want to see that just because I think it would be comical.
Oh, I get down.
Get plenty of calcium. Not sure I am.
You get calcium in cheese?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, you're good then.
You're fine.
Yeah, I got a
If
lot.
there's any calcium in cheese, you're good.
Says be kind to your knees. You'll miss them when they're gone.
I have 3 kneecaps.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You didn't listen to the advice.
I did not.
No.
I have. My left knee will never be the same again.
The song Sunscreen also says don't mess too much with your hair, or by the time you're 40, it will look 85. Do you agree with that? And would you say that you play with your hair a lot?
Not if you go to hair club.
Yeah, they play with my hair.
If you do a lot of bleaching and coloring and like a lot of that really harsh treatments on your hair, yeah, you can totally mess up your hair. And it's going to lose its sheen anyway. You just speed up the process.
So you'd say it's good advice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the older you get, you start to get crispier hair.
You start to get crispy all over.
You start to get corpse hair.
The Boz Lerman song Sunscreen 22 years ago also told us, do not read beauty magazines. They will only make you feel ugly.
Dang.
Yeah, that's good. I like that
Did
one.
we heed that advice?
Don't read the comments.
He also said, enjoy your body. Use it every way you can. Don't be afraid of it or what other people think of it.
Use it every way you can.
Every way.
Every way you can. That's his advice.
All right, I'll pass you the sunscreen.
He says to sing. He says to dance, even if you have nowhere to do it but your own living room.
That's great advice.
Yeah,
Makes
are we
you
doing
feel
that?
good.
Are we singing? Are we dancing?
Not
should.
enough. Not
We
enough.
don't sing and dance enough on this show, honestly. If we
He's
want to get
right.
real,
Okay.
we got to sing and dance more.
Do one thing every day that scares you. I do not do that.
I drive on 95. Does that count?
That is kind of terrifying.
I work with Virginia, so
That's
yeah.
terrifying.
I get weekends
Okay.
off, but she
Yeah.
keeps coming over.
She
so.
does. You're not getting weekends off.
You're absolutely not getting weekends off.
Be careful whose advice you buy, but be patient with those who supply it. That was the advice 22 years ago. I think that is a really good one to listen to. Be careful whose advice you buy. Oftentimes we listen to the words of fools, do we not? And then we wind up in a bad situation.
So many fools.
I'm surrounded by them.
Whatever you do, don't congratulate yourself too much or berate yourself either. Your choices are half chance, so are everybody else's.
Dang.
That's good. You can't celebrate the highs and you can't be too depressed with the lows. You got to try to stay in that middle.
Well, there's that one quote, don't believe every terrible thing about you and don't believe every great thing about you. Somewhere in the middle lies the truth.
It's true.
This song, you can see why it was so popular 22 years ago.
I mean, the conversation we're getting, Kevin.
And one more nugget, don't be reckless with other people's hearts and don't put up with people who are reckless with yours.
That's why you got to build walls.
Yeah.
You got to build them walls. The walls keep getting higher.
Your
Okay.
wall's like 8,000 feet.
Oh, they're very tall.
All right, I'll give you some more advice on the song tomorrow, but if you want to check that out, it is Bob Lerman's Sunscreen.
Oh, is this going to be kind of like a daily kind of a
Well,
chapter?
there's some interesting stuff in there that, 22 years ago, I was in my 20s, and I heard it, and I don't know how much of it I really applied. So going back, it's kind of like anything that you do. If you wrote a note to your future self, you go back and say, okay, what did I learn, and how much did I listen?
Ooh, that's a good idea. We all should write a note today to our future self. I like this, Kevin.
I better write it in about 5 years. I don't know how long I'm going to make it.
I could be taken out at any point. And
You're right.
I better write.
We should have
Papa
written that
feels
letter 20 years
old.
ago.
Yeah, I feel like we missed our little
Yeah,
time
that window might have
capsule
closed.
window.
So take that advice if you're a high school senior.
Yes.
That's the time to do it that you can crack open when you're 40. Doing a lot of good stuff in Florida. One thing that is questionable that came up as a really hot topic here on the show happened over in Clewiston at Central Elementary over there when their principal had spanked a girl. Her mom was in the room, but she'd made a video of it. Apparently she didn't speak up and say anything, but kind of made a stink a little bit later on it. They had actually ruled in favor of the principal that it wasn't any kind of abuse because in the state of Florida, you are allowed to do and what they call it is corporal punishment. I know it sounds extreme, but that's what a spanking basically is.
But what does that entail? Is that 5 swats to the behind? Is that only 1? How hard?
They define it as the use of physical force with the intention of causing a child to experience pain so as to correct their misbehavior.
And then I read somewhere else that the mom was undocumented and really didn't speak that great of English. So she didn't understand fully what was going on. And yes, she was there, but she was kind of like very confused and also didn't want to make waves and then put a spotlight on herself.
Yeah. Well, if you want to know what is the deal with that, and that's in Hendry County where that happened, and I guess that would be one of the 19 of the 67 counties in Florida where the school system will condone the use of corporal punishment. Of the 19 counties in Florida that do allow it, primarily most of them are in North Florida. Probably not too surprising.
Yeah, we can see it.
But they're all okay with it there. They say during the 2019-2020 school year, there were 1,034 corporal punishments. That's how many spankings they doled out here in the state, according to the Department of Education.
So do you have to have a paddle or can you do it with your hand? Is it I have so many questions.
All I have on the guidance and the guidelines on it is the use of physical force. Doesn't say anything about laying out a specific paddle. It seems like it would be better because a skin-on-skin swat.
But what if you have a psycho principal that says, you know what, 5 swats isn't good enough. This kid deserves 15. Where's the line?
That's just it. Unfortunately, and I hate to say this, but, administrators are human too. And I know a lot of times they will get emotional. I know because I made a lot of high school administrators very emotional when I was in school.
You were there. You were in it.
They wanted to kill me. And if they would have had a paddle, they would have killed me.
Yeah.
And so that's why personally I'm not a big fan of this because it can go haywire and fast. But I did grow up in one of these kind of rural communities like in North Florida where they're all about corporal punishment and they believe in it and they'll have all kinds of random things that they will spank you with and they're proud to tell you about it. I just think that it's a very personal thing that parents themselves should be doing because it is a very touchy subject that when you leave it into the hands of a third party, you're often going to have problems.
Well, I find it kind of crazy that there's not guidelines on what they would call a spanking. To me, you should totally map that out. It's 3 swats to the behind with a paddle, and that's how we spank. If you leave it up to interpretation, to your point, someone could go rogue.
They do have pretty explicit guidelines. I don't have it in front of me, and I don't have it all broken down, but they do seem to go into pretty good detail about what you can and can't do and what does seem to make up a proper use of corporal punishment in the Florida school system. So it is going on. That's how often it is happening, but it is still interesting to know that, yes, kids are still getting spankings in school. Got some birthdays from celebrities today, like Debbie Ryan. If you know anything about the Disney Channel and have over the last 10 years, she has been all over it.
She's Jessie, right?
Yeah, she's Jessie. I think she's on The Sweet Life, but she had been pretty much a primary character there for a while. Now she's on a Netflix show called Insatiable. She's 28 only today. It's crazy.
She's adorable.
Robert Pattinson is now 35. That's got to be, I'm sure somebody out there is feeling old with that, right?
Our Pats.
Yeah, he was the teen vamp years ago. Darius Rucker, yeah, he does a lot of country hits, but everybody still knows him as Hootie. He's 55 today.
Yeah, someone asked him about a Hootie, get together or reunion. He's like, that'll be there. Don't worry. I'm doing country. I'm doing my own thing right now.
Well, he said that, yeah, the country's what's paying the bill.
Yeah.
Hootie is kind of like the weekend gig. He has a little side fun with that, but he's got a lot more hits in country than he ever did with Hootie. Stephen Colbert is turning 57 today. Dennis Rodman hit 60. I'm sure he'll punch somebody in a random bar somewhere to celebrate. Stevie Wonder is 71, and Harvey Keitel is now 82 years old. Also, we got a couple other birthdays here, including a happy 8th to our sweet and crazy Kennedy Alyssa from Mom, Dad, Kylie, Stella, and Mr. Finnegan. Also, we have got a happy birthday to my daughter Emily, turning 11 from Mom, Dad, Bear O, and Soki. That's what had been sent in there. Also, we got a happiest of birthday to love of my life, Julio. That is from Samara. She is sending that in here. Also, we got a Joey turning 17. Wishing a happy birthday from Mom, Dad, and Mia. Julie had sent that in. Also, we got happy dirty 30 from Danny. Love ya, Jordan. We also got to Amazing Woman, Mother, Best Friend, and Love My Life. We couldn't make it without you. Happy birthday, Cassie, from Matt Lincoln, Allie, and Bruiser. And we have also got a birthday shout out, Eliza, happy 10th. We love you guys every morning, Mom, Dad, and Daniel. And there was a birthday. Somebody had tried to text him for their wife. That's why I'd say email them, because it's now caught up in 1,000 different texts.
I swear I sent it in, babe. It just got lost up in the text
message. He just tried to
message.
text. He's like, hey, how do I get a birthday? And it's last minute. I want to get it in for her. And now I've got 800 texts, and I can't find it. I'm sorry. So, yeah, just send us those emails. Mail at kvjshow.com, not text. That's why it's difficult. mail at kvjshow.com. If I do see it here in a little bit, I will get it on for you. Quick shout out to Rachel, 47th birthday from her Canadian bacon. Okay, look at that.
Cute.
Yeah, it is cute. Okay, thank you for that birthday. Well, we're putting together our own list. It's our own little best of 3 here. Today, the category that we're going for is the best songs from the 90s. That's what we're going to be choosing out here. 3 different ones in today's KVJ Draft. All right, let's pull out our playing cards here, and we'll find out who goes in what order as we pick out the best 3. I got myself a 10. Virginia, what did you draw?
I drew a jack.
Okay.
Always drawing face cards over there.
Yeah, she's got even better luck than I do.
I draw a face. You like my face? What's up?
Okay. Jaber, what did you get?
A half a dozen, a 6.
Okay.
6. I got a 6. I got a 6.
Okay. Dennys?
I get a 5.
Oh.
Okay. Then what does Suits have?
Suits has a 7.
Also known as Googling Gary.
Google Gary.
Okay, so here we go. We got the order. It goes Virginia, me, Suits, Jaber, Dennys in the draft order. So, Virginia, you get to start us off here today in the KVJ Draft. Best songs from the 90s. What song are you going to go with?
You know, I gotta tell you, throughout the years, this song still gets them going. And it doesn't matter what town you're in, if you play that Ice Ice Baby, people gonna dance.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are you guys playing to the audience? Are you trying to pick songs that the audience is going to vote for? Or are you picking songs that are near and dear to your heart?
Well, it's your own strategy, and you can do both. Last week, when we did cereals, I picked 2 that I thought the audience was going to love, and I went number 3 that I personally loved, and it cost me the whole thing.
Wow. Okay, so play with strategy, not with your heart, maybe.
It depends on what you do. If I go with my heart, people would always put me last.
You play you, dude.
Yeah.
I'm just seeing where you guys are at. All right.
Stop trying to figure us out.
I already have.
Okay, Virginia goes with Vanilla Ice as the overall #1 pick in the KVJ Draft from the best songs of the 90s.
It feels good.
Kissing some ass,
Yeah.
I'm just telling you what works in a club, at a festival. You put that on, bitches be dancing.
Okay. My first pick, I am going to go with Sublime Santeria.
Oh, Kevin.
My first pick. Okay, it's over to Suits next. What are you going to go with, Suits?
I am going to take Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit.
Googling Gary.
Such a Googler.
What do you expect? I was 5 years old in 2000.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
It's true. He has to Google.
He has to Google.
He cannot take life experience.
He's got no choice. Okay, Bird, your first pick. Best songs from the 90s. What are you going to go with?
Much like Virginia, I'm going to get people going. I'm going to get them dancing. This is how we do it. Yeah, come on.
This is how we do it.
Everybody sing.
Montel Jordan?
Yeah.
All right.
That's a good one.
Solid pick so far. Dennys, you got the next 2 in the draft order.
I'm going to go with a personal favorite. I'm going to go with Smashing Pumpkins 1979.
Okay. All right. Very solid song. All right. And your next pick.
Foo Fighters Everlong.
Oh.
Dang.
Look at
Okay.
you.
Whoa. All right. Dennys. Okay, Bird, it is back to you for the next pick.
Do I want a buffet of songs or do I want to stick to a theme? That is what we ask.
You love a buffet.
I love a buffet. With that said, then, okay. Give me Creep.
Radiohead. It's a great song.
It really is one of my all-time favorite songs. I know it's played, but
It's not played. It still hits.
it hits you, Mama.
Yes.
You want to do a cover of it?
No.
She's loving your list so far. All
Yeah,
right,
she is.
Suits, you got the next pick. What are you going with?
I will take Hypnotize, Notorious B.I.G.
How's it go, Suits?
I think the phone's breaking up.
Thank you, Googling Gary.
Okay, let me see. With my next pick and the best songs from the 90s, I'm going to go Nothing But a G Thing, baby.
Bang, that's on my... Kevin, you got 2 of my list.
Dr. Dre. Okay, Virginia, you got the second and third pick here.
Oh my gosh, Becky, look at her butt. I need Baby Got Back.
It's a big one. It's a good one.
Okay, going Baby Got Back. Okay, and then you also get the next pick as well. Final pick. What are you going to go
This
with?
is tough because I'm going to pick a personal favorite. I'm not sure how it's going to do because it's a little dirty, but you know, I kind of like it a little dirty.
Okay.
I'm going OPP.
Oh, you know me.
How can I explain it?
I'll tell you if I frame it.
Wow.
To have y'all all jumping shine saying it. Oh, it's OPP.
What?
Well, we had to stop because we were going to swear.
Okay, you're not going any Spice Girls, huh?
I thought about it, and I just think about what makes me move. Spice Girls are polarizing, Kevin. Some people don't like the Spice Girls.
It's a bold move, and I don't know if it's going to win you the tournament. In fact, it might lose you the tournament.
Okay. I'm going to go with my own personal favorite here. Got to pick it. It's probably going to lose it for me, but I am going with Oasis's Wonderwall.
It's a great song. You kill it in karaoke, but is it big enough?
Probably
Is it
not.
big enough? Has it been done too much? I mean, it's always on Ralston's list.
Are you played?
Probably lost, yeah. Well, I look at your guys' list. You're kind of played too. Suits, what is going to be your final pick in the KVJ Draft?
I will go with Tupac, California Love.
Okay.
How's that one go, Suits?
California Love. I know that.
Okay, look at that guy. He practiced. Yeah.
I know at least one of them. Okay.
Okay. All right, got you. All right, let's see. Our next draft pick is by Dennys. Final pick. What are you going with, Dennys?
Do we skip Bird?
It's all right.
Oh, did we?
Oh,
Oh,
damn.
Yeah, it's not
He's
insulting.
going to lose anyway, so no matter.
It's not insulting. No, don't worry about it, Kevin.
sorry, Bird. Go right ahead.
No, just call me Afterthought.
Okay. Dennys, go right ahead.
I got to decide between hip-hop or sad death. What do I do?
Well, between those two, go hip hop.
Oh, you love the sad death song, though. Little Selena.
Oh, which one is it?
I'm going to go hip-hop.
Okay. Jaybird's trying to keep it upbeat. So is Virginia.
I'm going to lose it, though. I see you at the crossroads, you up the lonely, and I miss my Uncle Charles, y'all. He should have been gone in front of his home, but I didn't know who was wrong.
Okay. You are going to go Crossroads.
I am going Crossroads.
Okay.
Just like that, Bird lost the tournament.
It's a
Bone Thugs and
bold
Harmony.
move.
It's a bold move. You hope that people respect it. They usually don't.
Okay. All right, then Dennys. Now, finally, to you with the final pick in the draft.
I think I'm going to go with the New Radicals, You Get What You Give.
It's a good song.
They want to kick Hanson's ass in that song. We'll kick your ass.
Yeah, they're pretty tough.
That
Those
is a
new,
weird-
That's why they're new and radical.
They're talking about beat up Hanson and Courtney Love. What?
I think we could take Hanson. I don't know about Courtney.
No.
Courtney will give you a little bit of a fight.
I don't know. I've seen Hanson lately. They're a lot stronger these days.
Okay, here's how it breaks down from the KVJ Draft Best 90s Songs. Virginia has got Ice Ice Baby, Baby Got Back, and OPP.
Oh,
That is the best of white girl rap from the 90s.
I love it.
Pretty
Yeah.
strong.
Pretty
Yeah.
butt shaking, Kevin.
Pretty good. All right, I've got Sublime Santeria, Dr. Dre, Nothing But a G Thang, and Oasis's Wonderwall. Suits has got Smells Like Teen Spirit, Hypnotize, and California Love. Bird's got This Is How We Do It, Montel Jordan, Creep by Radiohead, and Crossroads is by Bone Thugs and Harmony.
I think I blew.
You knew you blew it.
I think I knew. I blew with Crossroads. Damn it!
I was surprised you didn't go Whoop, there it is.
I thought.
Yeah. I was
Tag
like,
team
man.
back again?
Yeah.
Check it, I reckon. Let's begin.
Oh, y'all. And then Denny's got 1979 Smashing Pumpkins, Foo Fighters Everlong, and the New Radicals, You Get What You Give. People already going to be mentioning nobody went with like any kind of boy band stuff. No NSYNC, no Backstreet Boys, no Britney Spears.
I think we're too hard.
Anybody's list.
We're too hard up in here.
I can't put no boy band on my list.
I got Bone Thugs and Harm.
No Humpty Dance.
I thought about that one.
No Pony by Genuine.
I thought about Pony. I thought about Donkey Butt. But again, Donkey Butt, I think it's too obscure.
You're right.
love Donkey
TLC. No Alanis Morissette in there at all. Okay. All right, so we got left a lot off the list. We'll let you know who wins this time tomorrow. You can jump on to our Facebook, our Instagram. That's where you can go and vote. Hopefully you guys are ready to laugh here. It is time for another round of producer Denny's Joke Jury.
Yeah.
He's written up the comedy. We give him our honest opinions of his jokes.
I heard the sweeper earlier. You made the sweeper.
I heard
It's a
that.
pre-promotion in the 6 o'clock hour.
They were promoting it hours before the segment.
Yeah.
It's that big.
No
They played
pressure.
it 3 a.m. too, if you guys heard that one.
All right, let's see what he's got here.
All right, first joke for you guys. What does Katy Perry order at Outback Steakhouse?
I don't know. What does Katy Perry order?
The Orlando Bloomin' Onion.
Oh, yeah, she does.
He comes out the gate quick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that make me want a bloomin' onion.
Oh, Mama, I can get breakfast here stat.
Those are so good.
That's one of the best. Second joke. What revolutionary had the idea for SpaceX back in the 1800s?
SpaceX in the 1800s? I don't know who.
Elon Musk it.
You got me in stitches.
Bang, bang. Okay.
Third joke. What do you call a crocodile who picks fights on social media?
Crocodile. I don't know. What do you call it?
An instigator?
Oh,
Hey, you're 3 for 3.
I mean, wow. This is a strong round. Oh.
Fourth joke. How can you tell if a mime is annoyed with you?
I don't know. How can you tell if a mime is annoyed with you?
They give you the silent treatment?
Of course they do. Yes, they do.
And
Okay.
final joke. Why do adult film stars always order 2 drinks?
I don't know. Why do they order 2 drinks?
So they can double fist them.
Oh, boy.
Wow. Good round, kid.
That was a
Nice.
round.
Yeah.
Very nice. Nice job there, Dennys. Very nice. Well, you talk about an instigator on social media. And Jaybird, I guess this might be you. You found out that you got blocked by a buddy on social media.
Well, I played baseball with this guy all through high school and American Legion. I even played with him through college, and he's a big fan of the show, and he blocked me on Twitter because I said something about masks on the air he didn't like, and I guess he called in and told Dennys this, and now he blocked me on Twitter. Do you remember me saying anything about a mask that would be so controversial for me to be blocked?
I don't remember. Is he pro-mask or anti-mask?
He just called Dennys and said, tell Jay, he told him who he was and just basically said, yeah, tell Bert I'm blocking him because I don't like his views on the mask. And I don't remember saying any of that.
Well,
I bet you he's anti-mask.
Did I say, but I haven't said anything good or bad on either side.
Nothing so to me. Did it get specific on the phone, Dennys, when he talked to you?
I was leaning that he was anti-mask by the way he was talking, but
The people that are the most vocal are the anti-mask. They are so lippy.
Well,
I guarantee you he's
And
anti-mask.
he sure, I mean, not that it matters. It's like, oh no, you blocked me on Twitter. Oh no.
We don't want to wear a mask either, but we also just don't want to make trouble out in public. And that's the difference. The anti-maskers don't care. They will make trouble.
Yeah, I don't care if you block me. I just can't remember me saying anything controversial on any shape or form of a mask thing. But let me know. They'll remember. I don't remember saying anything.
You're not pro-mask.
No, I'm not pro anything other than pizza.
Well, I think it's an interesting phenomenon when it does come to social media, because you may have somebody that you always see in the thread, you have conversations with, no matter who you are if you're on social media, and then someday they're just not there. And then you start to wonder, did I do something, or they just get caught up in life? Like, I was just wondering about Twitter Mike, who used to always tweet out all of Denny's jokes. And
Oh, yeah.
I have not seen Twitter Mike for a long time.
We love him.
What happened to Twitter Mike? Is he okay? Did he go somewhere? Did we do something? Did Jaybird say something about masks to make him upset before
He's
he
on
left?
Twitter Mike's on the Treasure Coast because I've tried to meet up with him before, and he's like, yeah, I'm all the way up here, and he did a Port St. Lucie or something like that.
But we love Twitter Mike. He was beloved with our own show here, just with us in the studio.
He was always sending our stuff out on Twitter. We retweet him all the time, and I have not seen him for the longest time. He doesn't put Denny's jokes up anymore.
I hope he's okay.
Yeah.
And I hope we Virginia
Damn.
didn't say something crazy.
Well, chances are.
But it's just weird that people, you never know what you say.
Turns out Twitter Mike's anti-mask. He hates us now.
But I don't even remember even talking about mask stuff. I mean, I said I'd make a mask out of pizza. Was that the comment? Was that the one that went too far?
Surely no one took you serious.
And now someone said, you said, you're not pro-mask. I go, well, no, I'm not pro anything. Now people think, well, you're against masks? No.
Now you're caught up in that.
I actually hate masks, and I'll go on the record. I hate the way they feel. I hate wearing them. I just get so pissed. They hurt my skin. They're dirty and gross. You got to wash them every day. But I also don't want to fight in public because I don't got the energy.
Well, it's weird because I do have some kind of a history with this guy. He can't just call me and talk about. You have to.
Right.
You gotta call Dennys and say, "I'm blocking Jaybird on Twitter," and sure as crap, he did.
Yeah, you make a strong statement when you do that. It's like it's not enough just to drift away and not say anything.
My Twitter numbers aren't that good anyway.
What's this guy's name?
You want me to dox him?
No.
I'm not
I
doxing.
don't want you to dox him, but I do want to go look him up and see what he's all about.
I'm not doxing anybody. I find it comical, and I also need things to talk about.
Well, we can have friends too that we disagree with on opinions like this and still be friends. That's just sad to me that you guys grew up playing baseball and now he's blocked you on social media because you guys don't see eye to eye on a mask.
I remember someone blocked me and Kevin because we had a conversation. mention, this is a person who loves our show, but they don't like the word fat. Anytime we use the word fat, they get very upset, and they think it's a terrible word, and they blocked us, and they wrote a big email. This is a while ago. And then we kind of responded back saying, we kind of spoke our piece, and then they came back and unblocked us. But, you know, you never know.
You get hot sometimes, and then you regret it.
I'm going to block you.
If you ever want to find out if somebody did block you on Twitter, you can go to the website usequitter.com. It's USE and then QWITTER.com. And you can also see who unfollows you on Twitter if you need something else to fight about. But, you know, that might be kind of a revelation because sometimes you may not know. You may be blocked, secretly shadow blocked.
You could find out.
And have no idea. Be like, whoa, what did I do? Oh. But if you want to find out, you can usequitter.com. All right, here we go. It is time for the real or fake headline game. Virginia versus Dennys here today. We're going to see who can spot out the fake news fastest. Virginia, here's your first headline. It says, gorilla from Germany wins 50 grand in poker tournament, but was he cheating? What do you think? Is that a real or a fake headline, Virginia?
Well, everybody knows German gorillas are shady.
Yeah, you're right.
I think he was cheating, and I believe that was a headline.
Okay.
It won, and it was
He won,
cheating.
he was cheating, and the headline is right.
It'd be a lot of fun if it was true. Sadly, that one is fake.
Damn it.
Okay, Dennys. Is this a real or fake headline? Rhinestone vest-wearing pigeon reunited with family.
I mean, I hope it's true just because I love the headline.
Is he a rhinestone cowboy?
Here's a rhinestone parrot.
Pigeon.
Pigeon.
I can't listen.
I'd say that's true. I'm hoping that's true, too.
That is true.
Nice,
That's a sweet story.
Beat the witch. I'm so pulling for you.
Definitely want to read that one. That's sweet. All right, Virginia, what do you think? Real or fake headline? The Pope just married 2 flight attendants at 30,000 feet. Real or fake headline?
The Pope just married 2 flight attendants.
That's a great story right there, huh?
It is. I didn't see it anywhere.
Okay.
But what the hell? Let's go fact.
Gonna go real headline. That is correct. I guess he really did.
Huh.
That's cool.
That is an amazing
That's a
story.
great story.
Dennys, what do you think? Is this real or fake? Get your COVID vaccines next to the torture rooms in Dracula's castle in Romania. Is that a real headline? Can you actually get your COVID vaccine right by the torture room in Dracula's castle?
I'm going to lean fake on this one just because it sounds too perfect of a setup.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
That's real.
Real dog.
jeez.
Kevin is tricky.
He is.
Now, well, Bird wrote a lot of these out, so he's the tricky.
Oh.
Bird's tricky.
So
Hey.
why don't you sit down, witch? I got you. I got your number.
Okay, Virginia, it's tied up 1 apiece now. Real or fake headline. Russian serial killer asks to eat his own fingers as his last meal. Russian serial killer asked to eat his own fingers as his last meal.
I mean, that is horrific.
Yeah, it is.
But is it horrific enough to... It's Russian.
The Russians do appear to do more horrific stuff. It's definitely a more horrific region. I'm going, that's not true.
Gonna go fake? That is correct. Thankfully, that is not a real headline.
It sounded like the artwork of Bird.
Yeah, you should have said that I was
Well, now
involved.
that you told me he wrote them, I'm like, okay,
Eating fingers.
let me get in here.
Denny's real or fake headline here. Oops, ignore that email invitation to a Cookie Monster cat party, U.S. Embassy says. Apparently, the U.S. Embassy sent out,
A fake invitation?
to a Cookie Monster cat party that shouldn't have gone out.
I mean, cookies and cats, that's your kind of party, Dennys.
I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds right up my alley. I'm gonna say that's real.
That is real, yeah. That really happened. Cookie Monster cat party. Okay, you guys are getting the groove now. 2 each. It's tied up. Virginia, fake or real headline here. Coca-Cola CEO says soda for cats and dogs will be here by 2023. Okay.
Ooh, soda for cats and dogs.
Is that real or fake?
I mean, Chewy would have got down with some dog soda.
I would never have given it to him. Don't talk about my dog.
BS. You would have totally given him dog soda. Real or fake dog soda? I'm going fake.
That is correct. She got
I
it.
want to trip her up so bad.
Okay, Dennys, what do you think about this? Real or fake? Captain Crunch will be replaced with woman mascot. It's time for a female, says the new CEO. Real or fake headline?
Captain Crunch getting booted.
Yeah. It's going to be a female captain now.
I'm gonna say that's fake.
That is fake, yes. You're starting to zone in on the bird.
As soon as you said
Now that
my
we know
name.
the author,
Yeah.
You didn't know it last week. That's why you got fooled.
we didn't. We thought it was Kevin.
Yeah, I thought it was Kevin.
You tricked us.
Okay, now you guys have only missed one each, tied at 3. Let's see if we can get someone to win this thing here. Last round, real or fake headlines. All right. Russian man convicted of manslaughter after accidentally hitting woman's head with stale bread. Is that fact or fiction, real or fake? Virginia, what do you think?
Somebody loves bread. I think it's fake.
That's correct.
He loves to work bread into everything.
Clearly the Russians as
Bread
well.
Russians.
Only Hulk Hogan would do that.
Oh, man.
Okay.
You figured out the game, Kevin. Damn it.
Virginia's gotten 4 in a row. Denny's, you got 3 on the board. Need this for at least a tie. Is this real or fake?
Blow it.
Runaway pig lured home by deputies' Doritos.
Ooh. I can see luring a pig with that. I'll go true.
Okay, that is real. Very nice. All right, you guys cracked the code. 4 out of 5 each.
Give me one more round at this. I'm gonna make him even next week. I'm gonna stump him. I promise. I will stump the witch and I will stump Sweet Denny's.
How many more Russian bread headlines
No
can we have?
more. I gotta go to Ireland for some fake headlines.
Oh, okay.
If it has bread or cannibalism,
Or
he wrote it.
fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's real
I
weird.
got you last week, dog.
Now I know all the secrets to this game.
A lot of confessions rolling in here again. We got several that are left over from last week as well. Thank you for sending these all in here today. Very brave, very bold of everybody here. So let's get right to it. All of your texts that you send to us. Look, not everybody's perfect. Only Jaybird. Everybody else has just got to deal with their own flaws. So let us know what you have done here. Again, it is anonymous, 877-979-WRMF. Okay, here we go with the KVJ Confessions today. Somebody is confessing that I work with a person who was super obnoxious and had a phobia about everything, and one of her phobias was that she couldn't touch or feel cotton balls. So one day she was super obnoxious and basically ruined everybody's day at work. So I decided to buy a 5-pack of cotton balls, and I stuffed them in a big envelope, and I mailed it to her house. A few days later, she gave her resignation.
That's a real fear. People have that. They can't be around cotton balls. They'll run. It was, I think, on Mopo. Maury did a special. where
Cotton balls?
People are scared of just abnormal things, and they brought these cotton balls on stage. And no, they did that with pickles, I think.
Right. And they just start freaking out of nowhere.
Yes.
Wow, okay.
Had one of these last week, got another one this week. Somebody confessing saying, I just quit my full-time job as a gym manager of a very large chain to do OnlyFans full-time. Not sure what I'm going to tell my friends and fam I do for work now.
Tell them to subscribe.
Yeah.
Get on that monthly payment.
It's 2021. Just be open and honest. Say, I'm on OnlyFans. Hook me up.
Yeah, the pandemic has changed a lot for me. Sorry, guys.
I think it's just so many people get upset if they found out that their family was doing OnlyFans, and people don't know what to say when they do it, even though they're making some good cash.
Speaking of, we got to start that KVJ OnlyFans channel real soon.
Well, I'll be happy to be your videographer. I know you can bring the sexy.
This confession says, I give my boyfriend hard alcohol with a pasta dinner on Wednesday nights, knowing he'll fall asleep early, allowing me some peace to have my own glass of wine and watch my shows without having to hear him complain about how dramatic and stupid The Crown is.
She gives him pasta and booze.
He goes right to bed, and then she has peace and quiet. Brilliant. Somebody else confessing here saying, my sister is pregnant and feels like crap. I feel bad for her, but in truth, I feel worse for her husband because she was a psycho pre-pregnancy. Now with hormones, she's going to be unbearable. Good luck, dude. Oh.
That's going to be rough. Oh, man. I hope that son of a biscuit's able to drink.
Wow. This confession, somebody texted into us, 877-979-WRMF, says, my husband and I were having vacation sex every morning at 4 a.m. So it was right before 4 a.m. when I hear him stirring. So I quickly ran to the bathroom to let out a big old fart that I had brewing. And all I heard from the bed was his disgusted, ew.
Oh, man. You went too big. You let too much out.
He's waking up all frisky, ready to go.
That's rough.
You can't let it go in earshot.
You can't.
You got to go down the hall, be like, I got to go to the front desk and get the newspaper.
Something's maybe in the, I have to go out to my car.
Yeah.
You farted too close.
Yeah, well, lesson learned.
You flew too close to the sun.
Damn, girl, come on.
Somebody confessed, said, my dentist keeps bugging me about buying this water pick that he suggested. So the last time I went in, he asked again if I got the water pick. Well, being tired of the hassle, I lied. I said, yeah, I bought it. And he said, I thought you did. I noticed a big difference in your teeth. Now I don't trust my dentist.
I get it. That is something I can see because they should know the difference, especially if they keep on saying, water pick, and then you lie and they can't tell a difference. It's time to get a new dentist.
Yeah.
And by the way, do water picks work?
Water picks do work because Magnolia used it a lot with her braces, and I've used it a lot too with my, I have a permanent retainer on the bottom.
But it's better than regular flossing? Isn't regular flossing getting in there?
They say it's better than regular flossing because it doesn't damage your gums like the regular flossing can do.
You do a water pick, Kev?
I had it recommended to me, and it was spraying all over the place. I don't know if I couldn't figure out how to get it off of turbo.
Well, you got to buy it new, not from a garage sale.
Maybe.
Turbo.
I mean, it was, oh my gosh, the bathroom was soaking wet. I could shit spraying me in the eye. I'm like, what the heck is up with this thing? I like floss. It's a lot easier. Somebody confessing, saying, I had a separate Facebook profile to watch the posts of my guy and his family and even some exes. He was never saw anything suspicious, but a few weeks ago, he asked me directly if it was me on this profile. And of course, I can't say yes, OMG.
Oh my gosh, he busted you?
Yeah, and then apparently she lied about it.
Oh my gosh.
It wasn't her.
Well, you're terrible at doing a fake profile if they know it's you.
Oh, there's people that there's an art to having a fake profile.
If people know it's you, you should never do that again because you're not good at it.
Yeah. Somebody confessing, saying I was emailing back and forth with a potential client that was seriously a pain in the butt, and I proceeded to tell a supplier that I was getting a quote for this client about how much of a pain in the ass she was. This is all going on at 2 in the morning, and I forwarded her an answer, and I forgot to delete the rest of the email thread. And she saw the entire conversation with me talking smack about how she's such a pain in the butt.
It's the worst feeling when you realize you sent the message off and you know they can see what you said.
That's so horrible.
I've sent a couple wrong text messages to the wrong people.
Needless to say, I lost that potential client. Okay. Somebody else confessing, saying, I cut a wart off my taint and I keep it in a glass jar and I sleep with it under my pillow. I'm infatuated with it.
You have some issues, I think, that you need to sit down and talk to somebody.
You cut the wart off yourself?
Yes, apparently so. That's what they say.
I mean, just the flexibility and dexterity alone to be able to pull off that move.
It's impressive. I don't recommend it, but it is impressive.
It's impressive / gross.
It's impressive / depressing.
Another confession said, I lied to this Cuban girl and I told her that I knew Spanish, but really only took a year of it in high school 10 years ago. So I faked it as much as I could with a few phrases that I knew and a translator app. Then in bed, she asked me to talk dirty to her in Spanish, so I gave it my best shot. Apparently, she wasn't turned on when I told her she had a hairy back. Game over.
You should try to talk dirty in French, at least with the accent to Panda. I wonder if you'd like that.
I don't know.
Give us a taste.
You know what I can do? Next time we get busy, I'll set up a hidden microphone and bring out the French accent.
It's illegal, but I want to hear it.
Who's going to sue?
You're right.
Oh, I've secretly taped a lot of people.
Have you taped?
Ain't been sued yet.
You taped me or Kevin? Be honest.
I don't think I've taped you or maybe, I know I haven't taped Kevin, but I can't say for sure I haven't taped you.
Whatever, I don't care.
You ain't suing either.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
All kinds of chaos from that Colonial Pipeline cyber attack that happened last Friday. Apparently, they've been able to get it restarted, and they say within a couple of days it should be all bulked up. And if you didn't know, Florida, pretty much, we get most of our fuel from ports that comes in via shipping. So it really didn't affect us, but everybody's freaking out anyway, and it's caused some problems, including like in the Carolinas. They say that there's a little chaos going on as this guy and this woman got into it.
Uh-oh. Gas pump drama.
The woman tried to cut the line. They got into a fist fight.
Damn.
Over trying to get gas. And the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission had to put out a warning not to fill plastic bags with gas. They actually had to do that.
So wait, you shouldn't put gas in a Ziploc?
No, they're strongly suggesting you not do that. It's not a proper container for gasoline.
Some of these new gas pumps they're making are a little confusing. They're just making them a little odd to where, like, am I supposed to put that? They have it to where the bus fuel and the regular fuel is.
Diesel is green, pumpkin.
Don't call me pumpkin.
Don't put the diesel.
Don't call me pumpkin.
What's the confusion?
No. You're not gonna.
He don't read.
That's not true. I do read. The more of the modern day gas stations, they're just making it a little odd for somebody.
Okay.
For some people, someone will back me up on this.
Okay.
Not in this room.
They say there's been a shortage in wood due to closures at the Canadian border from COVID. And so Mounties in a rural area in Saskatchewan were investigating who had stolen a bunch of lumber.
Whoa.
Turns out it was a dastardly group of beavers who were building a dam.
Damn you, beavers.
Mm-hmm. They're just doing what beavers do.
Not sure if this is going to be a good idea, but Chicago is releasing 1,000 feral cats onto the streets trying to stop a massive rat infestation.
I mean, rats are worse than cats, but now you have a bunch of cats pooping everywhere.
Then you got to release 1,000 feral dogs.
When does it end?
It doesn't end. It's just a vicious circle.
Yeah. There's a guy in California that, because of the gas crisis, I guess, maybe tried to steal a sailboat. But here's the problem. When you're trying to get away in a sailboat, you got to watch for those low-hanging bridges, and he got it stuck.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he didn't get the whole concept of wait till the drawbridge grows up kind of thing.
Damn.
Yeah, come on, dude. There was a guy that also did something pretty dumb. He got himself a new $58,000 Ford Explorer in Kansas City, but he purchased it with a stolen identity. And the big dummy, as he's getting the truck, decided when the salesman asked him to pose next to it, he gladly agreed. So when they realized it was a stolen ID and the guy wasn't real, they just gave it to cops. They easily put it out and were able to bust the guy. So.
Don't take selfies next to the car you stole.
It's so hard, though, because you want to brag about it. It's cool.
And obviously the sales guy was into it.
Yeah. Oh, he was. Turned out to be very beneficial. A 25-year-old guy in California got arrested for riding in the backseat of his Tesla while it was on autopilot.
Yeah, you can't do that. This has happened a couple of times. There's nobody in the driver's seat and it's going down the road. Like, what the hell?
And it looks horrifying for other people driving. If you look over and there's no one in the car, No?
It's got to be illegal, right?
Yeah, I think you have to have somebody that is a licensed, legal, sober driver sitting there so that if it has to come off autopilot, that they can take over.
Yeah, I don't think you can be drunk and have it on autopilot. If you're manning any kind of machinery, you can't have any kind of buzz on you.
I agree.
They asked him why he did it. He said it's because Elon Musk really knows what he's doing, and I think people are tripping. Okay. What? 2 people were arrested on drug-related charges while driving a car with a missing windshield in Charlotte County, Florida.
It's a windy ride.
It looked suspicious when they saw the car without a windshield driving down the highway, so the deputies pulled them over, and they were right about their suspicions. They found a glass smoking pipe with white residue and a small pink pouch with a trace amount of cocaine. The woman also admitted to hiding more items in her groin, and she removed 2 glass pipes and a small glass container which had crack cocaine and meth.
I didn't think they'd be on drugs when you gave us the headline.
Wow.
No windshield.
No windshield.
I bet that would be fun, though, if you didn't care about the inside of your car, especially when it rained. That would be kind of refreshing.
Oh, no. It feels like needles.
I know. Some people like that.
You're going to have all kind of love bugs stuck in your teeth.
Yeah, it might be fun. Like a roller coaster.
There's a 40-year-old woman who was supposed to be her friend's designated driver who said, you know what, that looks fun. I think I'm going to have a drink too. Well, she had more than a few, and then she took off in her car on Saturday and crashed into 3 parked cars on her way home in Port St. Lucie.
Oh, that's not very DD of you.
Had a big old face gash, too, in her mugshot photo. She got herself a DUI, of course. So, yeah, maybe she didn't get the concept of designated driver. I'd be happy to drive. I'll only have 12. There's a guy in Canada that asked a stranger to buy him a coffee at a coffee shop, and when the person said no, the guy punched him in the face.
Damn.
Not very Canadian-like.
It's not very Canadian at all. And a woman in the UK asked a psychic for a refund. I guess you can't do that because the psychic responded by basically cursing her and telling her that she only had 3 years left to live.
Yeah, they won't give you a refund. And I think sometimes there'll be a sign up when you walk in. Basically, whatever we tell you, deal with it, punk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not going to get your money back, but you can leave. I've done that. I grabbed my girlfriend and we walked out
In the middle of the reading?
In the middle of the reading because this bitch was reading.
Why did you guys walk out?
She was reading a script.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me where
it wasn't for my friend.
I paid
she was saying everything wrong.
I paid for a psychic thing, and the whole time, all she did was plug in my name on the internet and read me stuff off the net. I could have done this myself.
Yeah, you can get up and leave, but they will not give you your money back. Buyer beware. There's a lot of fake readings.
There is.
This morning when I read this headline, I came up with an image that completely masks the mugshot photo that I saw. So close your eyes and imagine. Just listen to the details of this story. And I want to see what kind of image comes to your mind. Police were called to a La Quinta Inn and Suites pool in Ocala where a 42-year-old drunk woman was causing a ruckus. Apparently, people were upset with her skimpy bikini, and she said that they only called the police because they were jealous that her body looked good.
I love that excuse.
Okay, so you got a 42-year-old drunk woman in Ocala at a La Quinta Inn and Suites pool.
And she sounds squirrely.
I'm there. I'm mentally, I can see the whole thing happening, Kevin.
Yes, if you see her mugshot and you were thinking trailer park hot, you were dead right.
Do you have it up?
No, I can pull it for you, though.
Yeah, I want to see it because I want to see how close I am with what I'm thinking
Yeah,
of.
because I read the story and then I had to click a link that took me to the mugshot. I'm like, my gosh, that is exactly who I thought that was going to be.
Trailer park hot.
Trailer park hot was exactly it. And I could see that. And, you know, if you were drinking around a La Quinta pool, first off, you're going, you know, life's not great right now, but, you know.
Wow, I just typed in La Quinta arrested. Just, man, a lot of stuff comes up from all over the country.
It goes down at a La Quinta.
It definitely goes down at a La Quinta. According to my notes, it goes down.
La Quinta's in Ocala, too. That's a whole different animal.
Oh, my gosh.
We love it.
So many arrests at La Quintas.
Yeah.
La Quintas.
What?
Yeah. I found her.
Did you?
You found her?
And here
What do you think?
Here she is, Virginia.
Okay. She's not as tore up as I thought she was going to look.
Trailer Park Hot, right?
Totally.
Okay, so I thought.
That's a good call.
Okay. I'll let you know it's gator mating season. Mike McCoy found out when he had to wrestle a 7 to 9 foot alligator to save his 8-month-old chocolate lab Jake.
Oh, boy.
Near the pond right behind a middle school in Holiday, Florida. Just to let you know, keep an eye out for that. There's also a woman in the UK that had to rush her 10-month-old baby to the ER after she thought he had a huge hole on the roof of his mouth. That actually turned out to just be a sticker.
He ate a sticker. That's amazing.
Yes.
And relieving. I'm glad the kid doesn't have a mouth hole.
And to let you know, TikTok is causing more problems. The viral trend of young adults trying to sit in kids' swings and playgrounds is getting a lot of them stuck, and they're having to call fire departments all around the world to free them. So
it's amazing.
Just so you know, that is a problem. Well, got a couple random questions here for you. One I'm sure Jaybird might have a response to. Do you let a random stranger in public use your phone? And this actually happened to Jaybird. He was talking about it on our Facebook page.
If you go to any gas station here in West Palm Beach, eventually someone's going to ask you to use your phone. It depends on the situation for me. And the situation that I had yesterday, it was a woman that she was having car problems. Her phone was dead. I could see all of it go down. I didn't get any kind of bad vibes, so I let her use her phone. Use my phone. After I was done, I wiped it off with Perel, and everything was fine. So I did let her use it.
I think I would give my phone to a woman in distress before a guy in distress.
Well, you hate men. Let's get that on.
There's always a guy in fake distress coming up to me at the gas station. I need to get $1. My car just ran out of gas.
Yeah, it happens a lot. There was an older. I mean, she had to have been in her late 70s, and I think she was running a scam at this racetrack. She was going around asking everybody for money, saying that her car broke down and all this stuff, when I don't think it really did. That was a different time, though.
But if it's a chick who just wants to use your phone, I think if I felt bad and I felt like she was being honest, I think I would let her.
I felt bad. I thought she was being honest. I let her use it. I saw all of the reactions on our social media. It was a good 96% of people not wanting to ever let a stranger use their phone.
Really?
It was a bloodbath.
To me, it's a 3-part process. 3 things have to check out. 1, I have to size the person up, and I will judge them in this instance.
So judgy.
Yeah.
Can I take them in a foot race, and can I beat their ass?
Yeah.
That is point 1. And so I have to say yes convincingly on both of those points.
Well, yeah, the one dude that I told you about, the one guy that asked us for money, and he asked us for something else, I forget. He had open sores that were, I would probably think twice about letting him use my phone, only because I don't know if that is going to seep, if it's contagious. It's going to be case by case, I think.
Okay, so I have 4 points now. Point 2, you got to cover any open, gaping, seeping wounds.
Wear long sleeves when you have a wound.
Point 3, I would watch them unlock the phone. I would hand it to them with the phone is already called. I would call the number myself. The thing that I hate, though, is that somebody gets your number on the other end when you make that call. That is the biggest disadvantage of this. And it would be nice if there was a way to block your number before you would make any kind of courtesy call for them.
I bet you there is.
Yeah, and that would be something to look into if this ever is your thing. And then, point 3 is, like Jaybird had said, you got to have some kind of disinfectant to take care of the phone after that, because, you don't know if they've got seeping sores on their arms. Imagine what's going on in their face.
I was out by my Jeep with my phone in my hand, so I was texting, so it wasn't like I could act like
I don't have a phone.
I don't have a phone. So she's all on my grill. Hey, do you mind if I use your phone? I'm in a really tough situation. I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm a softie.
Yeah, that'd be hard to say no to.
It's hard to say no.
If she looked like she was honest and not running a racket.
But what do you do if leaky sore arms comes around with the sores? Do you say, sorry, dude, I just can't allow you to use it?
I try to get in my car, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. You're sores. You're sores.
The thing that was tricky about the guy with the sores is he said he was a big KVJ Nation fan. Like, he listens to the program.
Oh, and he had the sores?
Yeah, that's why I felt bad.
What a dilemma.
I know.
Another question we got here for you, and a random question. If you could make one thing in your life disappear forever, what would it be?
World Record Wednesday.
Definitely the dirts.
Okay.
Just the
You got
whole.
your own, yeah.
Yeah. No, come on, be serious. You knew I was going to say the dirt. That's why you said that.
I had to try to beat you to it.
We asked a question on the KVJ Show Facebook page. Over 2,000 responses we've received from it. It seems like some of the top things are any kind of disease that somebody might have. Any kind of ailment, that is clearly the number one.
The cancer, get that out of here.
Basically being cheated on. Taxes is one of those things people want to get rid of. Weight gain is another big top answer that people were talking about. Anxiety.
Yeah, that would be one for me.
Mosquitoes.
And political parties.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes, those seem to be some of the top answers of the over 1,000 that we have. It's going down that thread, basically. Okay, what has been the toughest time in your life? Toughest time in your life?
Probably after my mom died.
Yeah.
Because it was my first major death of somebody I was close to. And it just, if you haven't gone through it,
yep,
you'll know what I'm talking about when you do. It's just a weird, it makes you kind of just second guess everything a little bit.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a weird time.
I feel pretty blessed because I haven't really had anything that I would say has been too difficult that's happened in my life, which means the back end of my life is going to be completely terrible.
Horrific.
Oh,
yeah.
A dumpster fire.
Oh, it's just going to be awful. I mean, I've got terrible days ahead of me.
Yeah.
But so far, not too bad. Probably dealing with our employment issues with the Miami move has been what is most challenging.
That's definitely mine. I lost myself during those months.
Yeah, no, me and Kevin talked about that a lot. How, oh my gosh, the Raging Cajun's losing it. I mean, it's going to be, what the hell is she doing?
Eating pills like they're Tic Tacs.
She was a mess.
Yeah, I remember that day with the first conversation with her possible new boss. I was like, do we let her talk to her? What do we do with Virginia? we might lose this gig before we get it.
She's on medication.
There's so many things we have not even talked about that are amazing about that whole Miami thing.
Ooh, that was something.
I had a meltdown during those 3 months because I've never gone that long in my life without working. And I was so sure that we were going to be able to be awesome in Miami that I had just completely invested in that whole dream. And it was just like, wait a minute. That's never going to happen. It's over. And now we're having to sit for 3 months. Like, it rocked me.
It turned into Cryamy.
I cried a lot. I acted weird.
I'm not going to lie. The first month we got fired, I didn't hate it. I was like, all right, because being on the air for so long and dying on the air, it was nice to get off for a second and breathe.
Yeah. Okay, last random question. What do you hate spending money on the most?
Ugh.
I mean, technically, would taxes count?
Yes, taxes.
I hate it. Yeah. I hate it so much.
That's the worst.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like I paid so much taxes, and now I just did my taxes. So I got to pay the guy that did my taxes $400, and now I got to pay the IRS $780.
I'm
like, what the hell?
I'm looking for a tax person. I got a lot of work for a tax person. If someone wants to be my tax person, let's talk, let's dance. It's gonna be awful for you.
I hate spending money on those things that just come up. It feels like as soon as you get ahead financially, you get hit with your AC goes out, your refrigerator breaks, a washing machine. Something always seems to happen. In fact, I always know it. If I get good financial news, I'm like, all right. And in 3, 2, hey, Kev, this bill just came in. I'm like, I knew it.
Another one that chaps my hide is those ATM surcharges, the ones in Key West. There's $9, $10 just to get a 20 out. Oh, hells no.
I have to pay like probably thousands of dollars to fix my driveway. Where I grew up in New Orleans, nobody cares about where your driveway looks like. The sidewalks are all buckled and up and weird, and driveways are buckled and up and weird from tree roots, and nobody cares about that stuff. But my HOA cares about how my driveway looks.
That's at least $3,500.
Oh no. If I take out all the cement that's there and replace it, it's $6,400.
Okay, the Raging Cajun's turning red. Get some water in you, mama.
For a driveway?
You gotta calm down. You're gonna blow.
That makes no sense to me. Driveways can look like crap. You drive your car on it. Who cares?
You're gonna blow a vessel. Just
So
Yeah,
pissed.
Get that
St.
water.
Louisiana.
Get that water.
Pissed.
Pain raging.
About to go back.
And something that's really kind of started to chat my hide recently is the cost of alcohol at bars and some restaurants. And I got to admit, I've kind of gotten to the point at this point in my life where I'm a little bit cheap on that, where I will actually just have a drink on my way there. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to get a water.
So I always pregame on the way to any kind of anything.
I just kind of hate the concept of it because I started looking at the bills. I'm like, gosh, we just spent $40 in alcohol.
Well,
and
you go to nice places too. If you go to a rooftop bar, you're gonna pay double than what you would pay at the Brass Ring.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
It is.
Yeah, you got to come to some of the dive bars with the bird.
You got to pay for that real estate, Ralston.
There's a lot of the nice places now. I will not get a cocktail because I'm like,
I can take you to a
Ain't gonna
place.
do it.
I can take you to a place to get you the cheapest drinks and a tattoo. You let me know.
Yeah, bartender does both. That's a good place right there.
Mistakes the bar.
Yeah. Talking about what it is you just hate paying extra money for. Well, it's going to basically be everything. Inflation is on the rise in the U.S. with consumer prices rising by 4.2% since April last year. The economy is trying to recover from the pandemic, but you're going to see higher prices on some basic things like citrus, fruit, prices up almost 10%. Bacon up 8%.
Oh.
Beef up 7%.
You know who I blame? The damn Republicrats.
They say that gas, we had that recent little gas issue, but they also say that gas station prices are up more than 22% from a year ago. And also toilet paper, diapers, toothpaste also going to be getting price hikes as well.
Toilet paper, it's all leaving. No.
Yeah.
Not again with the toilet paper.
Toilet paper, wood, gas. Calm down, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop letting them work you into a frenzy.
Go get a pizza, have a drink. I don't know. That's what I'm going to do.
So it is kind of interesting because I did see, and this is good for Florida, that people plan on spending more money than ever when it comes to doing some of the vacations.
Yes, that's where I'm putting all of my excitement.
Yeah, so we're going to run that down a little bit because yesterday Suits was in here talking to us a little bit about cruising, and we're trying to figure out where that was, as the state of Florida has sued the federal government about allowing cruising to happen. And as we were talking about yesterday, they were actually in court. So I'll let you know what that ruling was coming up next.
More KVJ next on 97.9 WRMF.
Well, yesterday we were talking about the cruise industry. Good news is it sounds like people are going to spend more money on vacations. And that means, hey, when are we going to start doing some cruises? Well, the state of Florida has sued the U.S. government all about whether or not that they can cruise, and the CDC is kind of standing in the way. The federal government saying that the CDC acted lawfully and reasonably when it set up the rules that the companies need to follow to resume cruising, and that is their job to do that. And the state of Florida is saying, hey, look, they're doing this in Asia and Europe. Why can't we be sailing here? We're causing our cruise lines all this money. And they say that we need to be out there. You guys are taking too long. You're dragging your feet, and it's unlawful what you're doing. Got before a judge in Tampa yesterday, and after a day-long hearing, the judge did not issue a ruling. So no cruise line is involved in this lawsuit. It is the state of Florida versus the federal government. So far, no ruling on whether or not they're going to be able to do that. But I do know that Carnival is planning on a ship out of Miami in July. So we'll see what happens.
Did you need Suits in here? Because I kind of wanted to sing, come sail away, come sail away.
Come and sail away with Suits.
I would, but, Alexandra kind of pointed something out yesterday. She sent an email here, and
This is funny.
she said, I was watching where Jay Bird was listening to Suits talk about cruises, and from the looks of it, it looks like Suits has talked Jay Bird into an awake coma. Now, let me show you the photos. Suits was droning on about cruises, and that was Jay Bird listening to it yesterday. He's clearly not into the discussion, and he's like, oh my gosh, will this guy shut up? So you can see from that on KVJ TV if you're watching. And then it starts to progress. It goes from that, and then Jay Bird has I can't believe he's still talking about cruising. When is this guy going to shut up look? Like, oh my gosh, he can't even believe it. And then it goes from that, and then it turns to pure anger. Look at that death look Jaybird has on Suits. Like, dude, will you shut up about cruising?
He don't even look like that during the dirt.
No, so I think we'll probably not have Suits drone on about cruising again.
Deeply offended.
Yes.
Did that? Whoever did that?
Alexandra.
That is so funny.
That is so
An
funny.
amazing progression of Jaybird when Suits talks about cruising, so we'll spare you that.
I guess I'll show myself out.
Yes, thank you.
Aw, Suits.
Suits,
Thank
don't
you,
believe
though.
the media, dog.
We love you, Soup.
There you go. Yeah. All right. That was amazing. That's
So funny.
yeah, we'll have to post that up so everybody can see those reactions if you're listening to the radio right now. It's pretty unbelievable. Jay Bird's reactions and thoughts when Suits starts talking about the cruise industry.
And Suits loves cruising so
He
much.
does.
I wasn't trying to be rude. It just,
Damn, you just stepped on his heart.
Wow.
I tap danced
Oh,
on
my
it.
goodness.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
He's gonna cry.
All right, we got the KVJ Draft up. You can go and vote on Facebook and Instagram on the KVJ Show pages. Virginia picked out the best 90s songs she could. She picked out Vanilla Ice's Ice Ice Baby with the overall #1 pick today in our KVJ Draft. She also got Baby Got Back and OPP. I went Santeria, Nothing But a G Thing, Baby. And Wonderwall by Oasis. Suits has got Smells Like Teen Spirit, Hypnotize, and California Love. Bird went with This Is How We Do It, Creep, and Crossroads by Bone Thugs.
Yeah.
And Dennys has got 1979, The Foo Fighters' Everlong, and You Get What You Give from the New Radicals. So tomorrow we'll find out the winner right after 7:30.
You have any predictions for last place?
It might be me. There's been a lot of votes. Virginia seems to be getting a lot. Suits is doing pretty well with his. Bird, even Denny seems to be getting a lot. I might be last.
Even Dennys.
Yeah, even Dennys. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, after the show podcast coming up. Bird, if you would, wrap us up.
Yes, hold on. It's in my phone. And of course, my hamburger hands can't get my codes working.
She's not ready.
No,
I know your code. You want me to put it in your phone?
You don't know my code.
I do too.
What's
You want me
my
to
code?
say it?
Say it.
1717.
That's not my code. Ha The witch thinks
It's
she...
171717.
Yeah, right. He just had another 17.
Okay. Denny's put that on the to-do list. Change code.
Change code on phone.
Don't waste words on people who deserve your silence. Sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all.
That is true.
Good job, bro.
Hard to do.
Okay. ATS coming up here in a few, live on YouTube.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.